Well, howdy folks, back again with the Dude Abides. Today, back with the old ghost of a Craftsman. We've been having some trouble with the engine. Just my luck. I was running it around town, just putting around, not going very fast. And all of a sudden, I kind of hear a clackety clack clack clacker. And yeah, it turns out that the motor is starting to go bad. I'm pretty sure it's a connecting rod coming loose. And that's what the clacking is. I thought it was my exhaust. In fact, I'll show you the hole in the exhaust. Alright, so here's my exhaust pipe, my custom pipe. And you can see right there. I thought maybe it was that making noise, just flapping really loud out of there at first, but nope. I swapped mufflers, cranked her back over, and she sounded terrible. So here we are. I kind of started without you, but long story short, here we are. I've already got the old engine out. Here it is. I'm going to pull that pulley off the top. Probably put it on the new motor. We're going twin this time. I didn't have any other engines. Duh, that engine's the blown up one from the Red Express. The Roseberry Express. And so yeah, I just got 2 new tractors for free. I'll show you them later. This is one of them. Early 2000s Craftsman. Love to have those Craftsmans. Tons of parts. Anyways, this one had a 19.5 horse opposed twin here. Decent shape. Didn't have wheels on the front axle when I got it. I stabbed those on there so I can roll it in. It's a hydrostatic, so boo. I don't care much for hydros, and neither do anybody else around here, really. So we're going to scrap the rest of this puppy. I'm definitely saving that seat. It's going to look better than that seat. So we're going to swap seats. We're going to swap column. This column's a lot tighter and less wore out. Same with the steering arm. Whatever you want to call it. That puppy's, the bushings, or the joints, are a lot stiffer and tighter than the ones that were in that. So we're going to swap the whole steering kit and caboodle out, and the engine. Probably steal the back tires, and not sure what we'll use the back tires for. But anyways, we got a good start on this. I started pulling the column, just about ready to come out. I gotta undo those 4 bolts right there. Already undone the steering arm from underneath. Right there. I'm having a little trouble getting this collar off of here. I don't know if there's a secret to that, but one way or another this puppy's coming out and getting swapped. So I'll bring you back here in a minute when I get this frickin' column out of here. Well, it's the end of the day, at least for me. And as you can see, frickin' air compressor. I got both steering units out. This one, I wasn't thinking with my noodle right, and I ended up just cutting the shaft. Here it is, over here. But this one I was smarter about, because I actually wanted to use this one. I was a little bit smarter. And as you can see, I also got the engine out of it. Engine was pretty simple to remove. a couple of bolts. But this one I was a little bit smarter. I put the steering gear back on and just whacked her off. And anyways, yeah, now we're ready to come back tomorrow and finish building the old Ghost of a Craftsman here. Alright, so we're back here another day at Dude Abides, and I did some work without you. I went ahead and I installed this 19.5 horse Briggs. I had it running. It was in that other tractor there. We got all of our steering swapped out and put in. Definitely a lot better and a lot tighter than it used to be. So anyways, I'd had this engine running thinking that, you know, it was a good engine, but it turns out that she only runs on one cylinder. Yep. So I was doing some investigating, trying to figure out what's going on, hoping that maybe it was just a bad spark plug or a bad coil wire, something along those lines. Nope, had good spark. You know, I pulled the exhaust pipe off, and I looked in there and I could see the exhaust valve going up and down. So then I thought, okay, well, I'm going to do a compression test. Did a compression test, and we had 0 compression. 0. So then I went ahead, I pulled off the head, thinking, okay, maybe the intake valve's hanging open or something. But let me show you. Give her a little cranky crankerson. Boop, boop, da boom. Boop. Yeah. No piston, no movie. Not good. So, I bet you the connecting rod is no longer connecting things anymore. So, we spent all that time hooking this engine up and cleaning out this carburetor and running a new fuel line, blah blah blah. Doing all that work for nothing. Well, welcome back to Dude Abides, folks. It's another wonderful day here in Bitterroot, and we're doing a little shakedown run. That's right. Ghost of a Craftsman's back, and I got 2 lackeys to help me out.
I want to see.
You're my lackeys.
I want to see. I want to see.
Yeah, they're pretty good helpers. But yeah, we had to do a little swapping last week after we got this painted. Some of you might remember we painted this bad boy, and she was a beauty. We were out taking her for a little cruise, and we had some problems. Motor number 1 started to let go. She started clacking and whacking, and she died. So, I happened to have this twin. Wasn't sure if it was gonna run or not. Had low compression. But, yeah, we dumped some secret sauce down the cylinders. Cranked her over. Built up the compression, got 90 pounds in each cylinder. Figured that's good enough to take a chance and try to run it. So we put some fresh plugs in it, fresh oil, fresh gas. Had to modify this gas tank. Stock gas tank position did not work with the new twin in here. Technically this is only an 18 horse twin. I just have the cover for a 19.5 horse twin on here. Here's a few little mods for you. This air filter, custom air filter holder. I had decided I had tons of these trays for holding the stock air cleaners, so I decided to take a chance on one, and I cut 2 pieces of exhaust pipe. I believe it's 1.5 inch diameter, and welded them at an angle. The hood clears, and got good air. These filters are cheap enough, 16 bucks a filter. I got a better, cooler looking, like cold air intake for a motorcycle filter coming. Here's a little mod we did here. A little door molding off of pickup truck, or for like a topper, because this side has a sticky backing. So I stuck that on there, and it helps just seal the hood up nice to the rest of the tractor. And there's our crank breather. We had to make a little filter for that. That's just red Scotch-Brite. See the helpers? They're pointing to it. They're very good. Careful, you guys. Last mod we had to do was, you can kind of see the green tape there. We had to chop this hood just a skosh, which is a shame because I just painted it. Just painted this hood, and we had to chop it a little bit to clear this twin. So, but she's a smooth running tractor. She's got the stock muffler for now. We'll keep running it that way. I think it keeps the neighbors happy. They're not mad that, you know, there's a loud freaking chopper sounding, motorcycle-y sounding lawnmower ripping through the neighborhood. This thing runs kind of quiet, so they don't mind. She's looking good. We took her for a short drive just a little bit ago, and even for open div and stock turf savers, she did decent, you know. So we're gonna take these kids for another quick rip, and yeah, I'll see if I can't maybe find a spot. Man, I should have brought the tripod. I wasn't thinking. I don't have a good way to show you where we're going to take a rip at. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll try to get some footage of this thing off-road. Oh, we ordered some new tires for this thing too. I was a bad boy. I shouldn't have done it, but I done it. We got ourselves some gnarly 22 11x8 Ocelot golf cart off-road tires, and then I ordered a pack of tire on wheel stock 16.5x6 8-inch GT front wheels, so we'll have a little bit bigger rim to fit a four-wheeler tire later on down the road. So anyways, thanks for staying tuned. Oh yeah, we made it, folks. We went down there. You can't see down there, but we went down there and we had some troubles. We lost our brake connector there, linkage. You can see it on the ground there. So I got the lackeys driving. Well, I helped push it up the hill because it threw the belt. I need to make a better belt guard. And yeah, that was a little scary. Getting stuck midway up that big hill. No belt, no brakes. But we survived. I didn't have the kids on the tractor with me, of course. They were waiting patiently at the bottom for me to come back and get them. You gotta stay on the seat. Watch where you're driving. You gotta steer. Well, as you can see, thing's a regular old mountain goat. Once we get our better tires, we got an MST 206 to slap in this baby. We just gotta weld up the gears. So we got posi, and then yeah, it's got torque for days, as you can see. All right, I'm coming to the rescue. secondary test rip. So third gear, take off, going into sixth. Whenever the traffic is clear. We got a little bit of traffic. Almost. Pretty good. I think she's too fast for Adrian.
I almost rolled it, baby.
I saw that.